form 3 waves. This is the wave equation. V equal lambda f. The speed is equal to the wavelength multiplied by the frequency. So we have the definition of the speed, we have the definition of wavelength, and we have definition of frequency. So we could see that the unit of speed is meters per second, the unit of wavelength is meters, and we can see that the definition of a frequency, we could place that into an equation where f is equivalent to n over t, right? Since it's one oscillation, n is 1 and t is capital T or period. The unit of frequency is the inverse of seconds, which is called hertz. Period T is the time taken for one complete oscillation. The unit of period is seconds. Amplitude A is the positive maximum or the minimum, the negative minimum of a wave displacement. So we can look at the diagram where we have labeled the wavelength on a distance horizontal axis, and we label the period on a time horizontal axis. So you cannot use distance on the x-axis to label period, and you cannot use time on the horizontal axis to label wavelength. Okay? As we could see positive amplitude, negative amplitude. If you look at the calculation on the left, we have violet wavelength, which is 450 nanometers, and we could convert that 450 nanometers to standard form, which is 450 multiplied by 10 to the minus 9. Because it's 450, right, we can put it in terms of scientific notation, and because of scientific notation, we move the point 2 times to the left, and we add 10 to the power 2 to 10 to the minus 9. That's how we get 10 to the minus 7, right? So by using the wave equation, V equal lambda f, we could find the frequency is equal to be V over lambda. We substitute the speed of light for V, which is c. C is 3.0 by 10 to the 8 meters per second. When we divide by the wavelength for violet, we could separate the numbers. So we put 3 over 4.5. We put the indice over the other indice, and we put the units over each other. So the meters will cancel. The 10 to the 8 will minus the minus 7. That's how we get 15. 3 divided by 4.5 is 0.667. So that becomes 6.67 by 10 to the minus 1. 10 to the minus 1 multiplied by 10 to the 15 is 10 to the 14. Okay? And what we could do now, we could take 10 to the 2 from the 14, and we multiply by the 6.67, and we will get 667. So the last 2 lines are the 2 versions of the answers we want. So the first version of the answer is standard form, and the second version of the answer is the prefix form. Do we understand this? So we have standard scientific form up here, and we have prefix below. Okay? So both answers are valid, and you have to know how to convert between the 2 versions of the answers, right?